Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Reaction Nexus. Today, we're returning to the warning with the song "Dull Knives." Um, there are like five versions of this song out there, and so I'm doing the version called the Detour version. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna guess it's like a live sessions sort of thing that they've done in the past. So we're gonna react to this. I'm gonna enjoy it. You guys are gonna enjoy it, and we're all gonna enjoy it. I'm looking forward to this. At the end of the video, at the very end, like after I say goodbye and everything, there is going to be a segment dedicated to showing you guys how the system is going to work when it comes to the reactions. It's very complex, it's very chaotic. If you're interested in learning that, you can go check it out. There's a timestamp down below to tell you where it is. If you find it too boring, you can just shut off and just leave and leave it alone. Just know that it involves you guys and it basically puts you guys in the steering wheel of the channel. So, without further ado, let's get to the video, shall we? Alright, The Warning with their song Dull Knives, Cave for the Tour. So, yeah, it looks like a live session setup, which is good. That's how would they cut their teeth doing this kind of thing. So, it's nice to see the girls back in the office, for lack of a better word, with a lot more guitars now. All right, let's get going, shall we? Three. I have to time myself for a minute. Warning fans, you know what that means. Okay, let's go. Three, two, one, go. It's so weird seeing them back in this room because like I don't know if this is the same room they've used before, but it looks a lot smaller now that the girls are bigger. Paulina's drums are a lot bigger now. So like it's just so weird seeing them back in here. It's kind of wholesome too. It's very cool to see. Uh, how many strings is that? Is that a four string or a five string? I don't know. Can't tell. Let's keep going, shall we? Three, two, one. I actually noticed that I don't know, I can't tell her, but at least Alejandra here or Daniela here, my bad. Daniela here uses a similar pedal system that Lizzie uses. I don't know if it's. I'm familiar with Lizzie's pedals. I'm not going to get into it, but I am. That was pretty cool. Let's look at their setup. It's pretty low key, but it's low key, but it's not. So it's like it's very simple, but it's not simple either. So that's just a unique system. All right, let's keep going. All right, let's get to the review, shall we? All right, that was this Warning with their song "Dull Nights." This looks like from a live session from a similar room that they've done in the past. I don't know if it's the same room or if it's a different one or if it's styled the same. Um, uh, but yeah, that was good. They're always good live, and it's kind of funny seeing them in the live session now, all grown up, because the room looks so much smaller now. Like when you first saw them, because they're so tiny, they looked so big, but now it's like, no, oh, they're growing up. But yep, they are. I'm old. Um, but anyways, if you like this video, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to see more, ring the notification bell. In the description will be a link to the original video as well as the Warning playlist. Um, as I've stated before, in the at the end of the video, after I say goodbye, there is a video that explains. There's a segment that explains how the system works for the schedule. I feel guilty not telling you guys, but rest assured it does involve you guys basically having a hand on the steering wheel. You guys decide everything that happens on this channel, whether you realize it or not. Until next time, goodbye, everybody. All right, everybody. This is the explanation video. It will be posted. It will be at the end of every video I upload this week. So the way this is gonna work, okay? You guys don't know. I don't know if you guys have paid attention, but I upload 4 times a week or 4 days a week: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Okay. On every day, I upload at noon, 3:15, 6:30, 9:45. So it has a 3 hour and 15 minute space in between each upload. Okay. If you've noticed, the bands at noon and 6:30 have been consistent, while the bands at 3:15 and 9:45 have fluctuated, and that's how it's going to work. So, the bands at noon and 6:30 are put into a pool, okay? Where after a week their numbers are locked, and I calculate them and I organize them based upon who's performed the best and who hasn't. The top 4 bands will move on to the next cycle. The next cycle, you won't. When I say next cycle, it's a cycle is 4 weeks. So the fourth 4 weeks roughly after the video air, the four after this week, you will see the results of the cycle. So, like I said, the bands at noon and 6:30 are put into a pool, to claim the 4 noon slots for the next cycle. For the next segment part of the cycle, right? Meanwhile, and by the way, it changes each week, right? So this week will affect the week that a week affect part of the cycle that happens 4 weeks from now, right? Next week will affect the cycle that part of the cycle that happens 4 weeks from now. So, and then the way it also works is the bands at 3:15 are all bands that have been selected from a list of artists that I have that are similar to the band at noon. I look up bands that are similar. If you have a recommendation for me, I put them on the list based upon the video you reacted to. And then at 9:45, the band at 9:45 is always based upon the band at 6:30. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. So the band at 3:15 is always based upon the band that's at 12 noon. The band at 9:45 is always based upon the band that's at 6:30. But here's the kicker. So I told you that the 6:30 and noon bands all get put into a pool, and the top 4 move on, become in the next cycle, and become the top 4 bands, and then the 4 bands that represent the noon cycle. You're saying, so what about the 6:30 cycle? What happens to those bands? That is what I do to those, the 6:30 and noon bands, I do to the 3:15 and 9:45 bands. I put them in a group, and I keep them in a separate thing. And if the top 4 from that group moves on to the 6:30, so what happens is at noon, you will always see a band that is consistent, right? That is always performing well, that is always doing well on this channel, that you guys want to see and I want to see. At 3:15, you will always see a band that is similar to one of the noon bands, that has been recommended to me because of the noon band, is on my list because of the noon band, but is always there because of them. And then at 6:30, you will always see a band that I have discovered through another group that has been given a bigger spotlight at 6:30. They've been given a second week, and normally the 6:30 is when they get their playlist, when they get their full representation on the channel as a band. And then at 9:45, same thing at 3:15, but for the 6:30. So at 9:45, the band at 9:45 will be similar to the 6:30. The way this all sums up, and it sounds crazy and it sounds odd, and I will post something that might help you guys better. I'll figure out something to post that might help you better. But the way to figure this all out, the way to summarize it, is your stuff matters. The way you can tell me if you want to see a band more, other than just telling me upright, is making sure you watch the videos, you like, you comment, and you share the videos so you can get other people to like and comment. If you really want, so this week, one of the bands I have is Anchor. They're coming in on Friday. If you really want Anchor to succeed and make it further onto this channel, your voice needs to be heard. I need to see views, I need to see likes, comments, all that. And I think that's how all channels work. But I'm giving you the ultimate. You have the steering wheel of this channel. That's the best way I can describe it. I know I described it in a long-winded way. I know you guys think I'm annoying, but like I said, you don't have to watch this part. So, without further ado, that'll be the end of this part. This will be put at the end of every video that I upload from this week. Again, it's at the end, so you don't have to watch it. Till next time. Goodbye, everybody.